Hi guys, Forgotten Wolf here, and this is a 2026 NFL mock draft. First off, happy Thanksgiving week to everyone celebrating it. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm not gonna be doing trades, so let's get into it. With the first, this is recorded before Monday Night Football in Week 12, so Week 11, 12, and with the first overall pick, the Tennessee Titans select Ruben Babe, an edge rusher out of Miami. I know Arvell Reese is better, but I think the Titans need all the help they can get there, and I think Ruben Babe fits them better. With the second overall pick, I'm picking Jordan Tyson out of Arizona State. He's the best wide receiver in the class, and the Giants, rather than defense, they need to surround Jackson Dart with talent and a head coach. They have an excellent shot at getting him a premium weapon to go with Cam Scadaboo and Malik Neighbors. And there's no real offensive lineman available at the top of the draft, so this, in my opinion, makes the most sense. And with the third overall pick in the 2026 NFL Forgotten Wolf mock draft, the New Orleans Saints select Fernando Mendoza. I still think Mendoza is the best available quarterback over Ty Simpson and Dante Moore. I still think he is. And yeah, with the fourth overall pick, the New York Jets select Ty Simpson, quarterback out of Alabama. Both Mendoza and Ty Simpson are very, very good. You can flip-flop either one of them, but since I'm not doing trades, I'm having the Jets pick 4. I do think the Jets, if I were to do a trade mock draft, I'd probably have the Jets trading up to 1. But yeah, I'm not in this scenario. I think Fernando Mendoza would go to the Saints, and the Jets take Ty Simpson. And the Raiders also need a quarterback after firing Chip Kelly. Pete Carroll's days are probably numbered. I expect Geno Smith to be gone in the offseason, so Dante Moore is clearly the pick here. And the Browns, I was thinking of giving them a quarterback, but there's not one available here. And Shedeur Sanders is starting now. Maybe they think they have something in him. So, yeah. And the Browns desperately need a receiver, and it's not even they're not even hiding it. They need it one really, really badly. So I'm gonna go Mekhi Lemon, wide receiver out of USC. The Browns, they have 0 receivers outside of David Njoku, who's a tight end, and he's a free agent this offseason. So, yeah, really desperately needed for the Browns. And with the 7th overall pick, the Washington Commanders, this is where Arvell Reese's slide ends. He's very, very good. He can play a number of positions, and he's just overall, I think, the best player available in this spot. It might not make sense for the Commanders to take him, but think of it this way. Bobby Wagner's old, and Arvell Reese plays the same position. Arvell Reese at Ohio State linebacker. They might not be similar, but yeah. And with the Bengals here, there's a number of players you could go here, but they need offensive line help to pick for Joe Burrow, but they also need defensive help. Now I'm gonna go Keldrick Falk edge rusher out of Auburn as a Trey Hendrickson replacement. I'm fairly sure this is gonna be defense, and there's not a lot of tackles available at the top of the board here, so yeah, that's where my head's at. And with the 9th overall pick in the 2026 draft, I am the Cardinals. This could definitely be a trade down scenario. But yeah, once again, I don't really like the tackles at the top of the class, so I'm gonna have them taking the best available receiver left, and that's Carnell Tate, wide receiver out of Ohio State. Pair him with Marvin Harrison Jr., give Jacoby Brissett or Kyler Murray. I know I said Brissett, I know it's Brissett. It just sounds similar enough, but Carnell Tate can partner with Marvin Harrison Jr., and with the 10th overall pick, the Dolphins, they need help at every single position. I reckon Carnell Tate probably would have been the pick if he was available, but he is not available, so they'll just have to make do with the next available player or that fits them. And I'd say Gerard McCoy cornerback out of Tennessee there. And the Rams, I'm picking Caleb Downs with this pick. Safety out of Ohio State. He's very, very good. Top 5 player, but safety isn't that valuable. And there's no quarterback available, or tackle, so I think this is a very logical pick here. And Minnesota Vikings picking at 12. Once again, no quarterback available, as JJ McCarthy has not played well as of late. So once I feel like you can get a running back later down the board, so I'm gonna have them taking Mansour Delane, cornerback at LSU, and this leaves the Cowboys at 13. I mean, Peter Woods has fallen a bit, so this leaves them in perfect scenario to take him. There's a huge run on defense. The last the last 4 plays have been defense, and Carolina, another team I could see getting a quarterback in the offseason to compete with Bryce Young, and there's none available here. So really, once again, there's not a lot of receivers available around this time, so I think David Bailey, edge rusher out of Texas A&M, has to be the pick here. Or you could go Cassius Howell or Sonny Styles. I'd personally prefer David Bailey for the Panthers. Yeah, but moving on here, the Chiefs at 15. They're currently out of the playoffs. You can make an argument for Jeremiah Love, but I think Travis Kelce probably going to retire after this season. I'm going with the obvious pick that people have been mocking for a long time, Kenyon Sadiq, tight end out of Oregon. Yeah, this just makes a lot of sense if Kelce retires. Yeah, no more need to really discuss this. And Steelers at 16. I'm not a fan of Garrett Nussmeier or Lenore Sellers. I'm not really a fan of them. I don't think they'll go first round, although maybe Sellers can sneak into the second round. And Steelers, I heard they want Aaron Rodgers to come back for another season anyway. So yeah, I'll get this out of the way. I think the best available player that they really need, that they could really use, is Spencer. I'll go Avion Taylor, cornerback out of Clemson. He's A.J. Terrell for the Falcons' brother, I think. And yeah, Texans desperately need offensive line. It's not a question. Spencer Fanu, tackle out of Utah, he's the best available O-lineman left. And then for the Lions, another team that really needs help in the defense. And I'm gonna go Caleb Banks, D lineman out of Florida. Aiden Hutchinson needs help in that defensive line. And another team that could use some defensive help is the Ravens, picking at 19. They now have the division lead, and there's a player who's fallen, not a lot, but there's a couple edge rushers still available. I'm gonna go Cassius Howell, edge rusher out of Texas A&M, and yeah, moving on to the Buccaneers at 20. Sorry if I'm flying through these picks. Buccaneers at 20. You could make an argument for wide receiver, but I'm assuming. Right now I'm assuming Mike Evans is staying another season. So yeah, and I think there's 2 players in mind here. Sonny Styles at a Ohio State linebacker. You could use a replacement for Levante David. Don't know how long he's going to be there. Or TJ Parker to help out the edge rushing group. And linebackers, edge rusher. I want to say it's a fairly deep class. Linebacker, linebacker is not a very deep class. So I'm drafting Sonny Styles, the 20th overall pick. And this leaves the Bills to take TJ Parker, edge rusher out of Clemson. And now the Browns back on the clock with the Jags first round pick. They picked Mekhi Lemon earlier. I'm guessing they're going to get a quarterback in the second to compete with Shedeur Sanders, since there's no one really available here. So this has, logically thinking, you'd want to adjust the defense with this pick. And I'm going to go with this pick, Brandon Kissy, cornerback out of South Carolina. Sorry if I mispronounced that. He's the best available defensive player. You get one for the offense, one for the defense. I don't think you double dip at receiver here. And moving on, the Niners. They take Francis Mayuga, tackle out of Miami. Yeah. Moving on, the Cowboys from the Mike Parsons trade pick at 24. Earlier, they picked Peter Woods, and I'm gonna have them taking. This is a hard one. Another one I'm gonna have them taking Caden Proctor, tackle out of Alabama. And then at 25, once again, the Chargers. They need offensive line help. Best available interior offensive lineman is Vega, Ione guard out of Penn State. That's who I'm having them take. And Jeremiah Love has fallen so far that the Bears would be fools to pass up on them at 26. Moving on, the Seahawks now pick at 27, and yeah, this is a hard one. I'm going to go Colton Hood, the last first-round cornerback available. And then the Jets pick from the Sauce Gardner trade. They now pick at 28. They picked I had them picking Ty Simpson. So yeah, if Breece Hall is gone, I could see Jeremiah Love being in this spot, but I'm gonna have them take. I'm gonna have getting. I'm gonna have them getting a. This is a bit of a bold take, but I'm gonna have them getting another defensive lineman to replace Quinnen Williams. I know Denzel Boston is still available, but Caden McDonald, D lineman at Ohio State, is my pick here. Now my Birds at 29, we just got embarrassed by the Cowboys. A.J. Brown probably going to be traded in the offseason, sadly. Denzel Boston makes a lot of sense to go here to the Birds. Now number 30, the Denver Broncos. This is a hard one. The Broncos have played not good this year, Bo Nix particularly. And their defense has been very good, but yeah, there's not a lot of tight ends available. Another trade down spot you could see here. Let me see. Is Connor Lew with tight end? No. I'm gonna get. I think it's just best available player, so I don't care if this doesn't make sense. Casey Concepcion, if that's correct, he's the best available offensive player available. Yeah, so that's who I'm taking. A lot of now D linemen available for the Rams. However, there is a tackle available. Grant Jennings Dunker. He is the Rams pick, and the Patriots picking at number 32 now, and they just need more talent on the roster. If Denzel Boston was available, I could see this being the pick, but I'm gonna go Romello Height, edge rusher at Texas Tech, and that is gonna be my draft. I think the position that was taking the most was cornerback. That is my 2026 NFL mock draft without trades. If this video does well, I'll make another one with trades. But thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, bye!